Welcome to this episode of the Counselor's Desk. I hope by now we have all recovered from the last episode, the episode on sexual love. You know, some people didn't even want me to know that they watched it. But it's okay, it's all right, all of us have recovered. Good. Today I'm talking to the unmarried. You know, a young girl asked me a question. So all of these things I'm saying, they're for the married. For them, they don't know how to find the right husband. Who is the right husband? Who is the right man for them? They have so many suitors. We bless God for that. So how do they choose among the so many suitors? Welcome to today's edition. My name is Dr. Beatrice Tembi, and I'm welcoming you and asking you to stay tuned because we're going to have an educative moment this day. How do you know he is the right man for you, young lady? The first thing I want to let you know is that so many girls have put themselves in situations that are causing confusion. You know, there are so many words out there: dating, courtship, I'm seeing a man, I'm going out with a man. When you are going into the man's bedroom, you say you are going out with a man. When you are sleeping with a man, you say you are seeing a man. All those things have caused confusion. So the first thing I would like you to know is to face facts about what you are doing with the man. You are not just seeing him, you are sleeping with him. And that is already a wrong foundation for any marital relationship. So please, can you correct that foundation? Can you stop sleeping with him? Can you repent of that? Can you come back to your senses, young lady? And then stop all premarital sexual relationship. Sit down and find out who the right husband is. That is the first step. Okay? Good. Now, in addition to all the butterflies you say you are feeling, or when he walks into the room, you feel some current going through your body. In addition to all of that, I want you to do the following things. One, don't be very desperate to marry. Don't be so desperate that you overlook certain things about the man who is wooing you. Find out many things about him before you say yes, or before you start thinking about marriage. If you find out that you are covering up for his wrongdoings all the time, notice that something is wrong with you. And you may walk into a marital relationship, you may walk into marriage that will not last, or that will not be fulfilling. Okay? So one, don't be too desperate to marry somebody. Even if the person is the president of the whole world, don't be that desperate. Okay? Secondly, I want you to find out a number of things about the young man first. Does he love you? Oh, these days many things pass for love. Because a man takes you out and gives you dinner somewhere doesn't necessarily mean that he loves you. Because a man compliments you doesn't necessarily mean that he loves you. You must sit down, keep a calm head, a cool head, and ask yourself, does this man love me? There is a big difference between love and lust, between love and infatuation. Before you ask yourself, do I love the man? Ask yourself if the man loves you. Because you may be the one running after him all the time, struggling to let him see you. Love has to do with deep affection, genuine care and concern. You know, thinking about the other person's feeling. Does this man love you? Love is not just unconditional acceptance of somebody. Oh, if I don't marry him now, oh, I'm getting old. That is not love. That is marriage for, you know, maybe convenience, but it's not love. Does this man love you? The man may just want you to fulfill his sexual needs for that period of time. Find out. He may just be lustful. And when it comes to lust and infatuation, you will know, you can know, young lady, because love and infatuation has to do with urgency. I must sleep with you now. Has to do with intensity of sexual desire. When a guy begins to demonstrate all of that, he does not love you. Lust and infatuation, they have to do with recklessness. You know, you don't think of the consequence of what you're doing. You even tell him, look, I may be pregnant, so what? It's reckless. You even tell him, no, you know, people talk about safe sex and the like. He says, so what? He is reckless. Don't ever think of marrying a man who is reckless. He is infatuated or he is lustful. He does not love you. Hello, young lady. Okay? Listen, sex is not one of the basic human needs. Study, Google it, just basic human needs or fundamental human needs. The thing that if you don't have, you will die. Sex is not one of them. So when a man comes begging, oh, what do you want me to do now? Wow, please, just a bit. How are you going to measure it? Young lady, don't let these guys fool you. Okay? They will not die. They are pretending. So find out if the guy loves you. And the love is respect. You know, these guys who come wanting to sleep with you, when they've had you, they may not even think about you again. But when a guy loves you, listen, he will want to make you become a better person. Any young man who wants you to compromise your moral values is not a responsible young man. Okay? Any young man who wants you to be involved with him against your principles, when you tell him that, no, I think that this is not good, he says, stop that. What do you mean by that? Are we the only couple doing this? Even if it's in church, don't you know that this and that they are doing it? That is not a man that you can marry. Okay? It must be a man who wants to bring out the best in you, make you a better person, who thinks, who understands you. And listen again. He must be a man who is not irritated by your mannerisms. If you find a man, young lady, who is always reprimanding you, cutting you off when you want to talk, joking about some things concerning you, laughing, you know, making you feel inadequate, incompetent, making you feel small in your own eyes, but he tells you he loves you, he wants to marry you, think twice. Good. So does he love you? Another thing I want you to find out is respect. Does he respect you? Can he allow you share your point of view in anything? And then, under respect, do you respect him? Does he command your respect? You know, somebody said, I don't know who, that there is a king and a fool in every man. Or there is a king and a kid in every man. Now, if this man whom you think is, or you want to marry, all you do is see the fool in him or the foolish things he does. All you do is seeing the kid in him, or you see the kid more than you see the king. That means his activities, his actions, his words are like childish to you. They are at times foolish. You find out that you are always correcting him. All the time you're correcting him. Listen, you don't respect him. He has not yet commanded your respect. And you can't be his wife. He can't be your husband. Let him go. There's another woman out there who would just think that he is the most, intelligent human being. This man that you are always correcting, another person will think that he is such a, so he is not your husband. Okay? So what do you see all the time? The kid or the king? The fool or the king? Okay? Good. I have to be fast because my points are so many. I really need to talk to the young ladies today. And then compatibility. By compatibility, what I mean, because people have their different definitions for that, I mean that do you have common interests? Even common jokes. Things that two of you can talk about, agree on. Things that you can even laugh, jokes that are funny to two of you, but other people don't know what is funny about what you are laughing about. There must be this togetherness that you are already seeing. You can agree on things. Whenever you realize that you are always disagreeing on many points, that man may not be your husband. Okay? He may not be your husband. So are you compatible? Do you talk? Do you understand each other? Do you talk the same? When I say language, I just mean, when he talks, you understand. She talks, you understand. Can you agree on points? And then listen, the point that you don't agree on, your differences, can you make these differences work for you? Because you must not be, agreeing on everything, but then the things you disagree on, they can work for your good. Can you say, okay, now I don't like this, but I'll see, and let's see how we can work together and use our differences. Okay? People can do that. You can make your differences work for you. But if you find out that all the time you are disagreeing, you want your own point, he wants his own point, I don't think you respect him enough to be submitted under him as a wife. Okay? So young lady, you who asked me this question, think again. Think again. You and your friends. Think again. If a man is helpful in the points that he sees that you are your weaknesses, you are not strong in this, and he can help you out, or you can help him in the points you see that he's not strong at, you can help him out, it's okay. Even if you don't agree on those points, you know that he's weak at this, I will help him, I accept him the way he is, and he does so for you, it's okay. But if all the time he is reprimanding you about your weaknesses, you can't do this, you can't do that, let him go. There's another man who will look at you like a piece of jewel, and where you are weak, he will be so ready to help you. Okay? Great. Another thing I would like to say is, how does he treat your family? That is, now that you're still in, I don't know what you're doing, whether it's dating or it's courtship, because what I think dating is, or courtship, it's a time of studying each other and knowing each other so that you can see whether you can be married. But these days, you young people, you think that dating and courtship is a time of sleeping with one another. So you have put a wrong foundation for yourself. But if during this period of dating, you realize that he is not interested in even seeing your family, coming to see your parents, or to introduce you to his own family, that guy is a joker. Okay, he's a joker. And when you talk about your family, How does he respond? Does he sit and say, oh, you said this about this, so what can we do about it? Or he does not even remember. Doesn't remember about your family. He doesn't seem to even bother about, he just wants you. A guy who will make you love him or be dedicated to him without any thought of your family is not the best for you. Bring up the issue of your family. Ask him tell him you want to see his mother or father or his sister. Let him introduce you. If he keeps saying, wait, 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 be careful. Maybe he has introduced another person to them. And is just using you. Okay? Good. So what have I been saying? I know it has been very brief, but I hope you would understand the point. The first thing is don't be too the first thing is correct the foundation. Correct that foundation. The foundation of sexual immorality is a wrong foundation, because in the home you will keep thinking that if this man could be sleeping with me when I was not married to him, he could be sleeping with other women that he's not married to them too. And he'll be thinking the same thing with you. So two of you come together, pray about the foundation of this relationship, repent of the wrong things you've been doing, and then start it all over. Two, don't be too desperate to give excuses for all his wrongdoings. Of course, some things are his weaknesses, but not everything you would give excuses for. You can admit that this is his weakness, but he will not have, all his life will not be weaknesses. And if his weaknesses is something that would put, again, the wrong foundation, you cannot stand that particular weakness. If he's not willing to do anything about it, you will stop it. Stop the relationship. Great. So don't overlook all his weaknesses and keep giving excuses for them. Next thing, find out if he loves you. And love is responsible. Okay? And love is not just overnight. Love grows. Love is interested in your good. Love doesn't force you to bed or coax you to bed. Love is not reckless. You don't care what your parents say. You don't care what God says. That is not love. That is love or infatuation. Okay? Then the next thing is, do you respect him? Does he command your respect? Or you treat him like a child? Talk to him like a child. Correct him like a child. Like a fool or like a kid. Okay? And then the next thing is, I think the last is, last but one, are you compatible? Are there things you can just sit and talk, agree, and even laugh, jokes, inside jokes just for two of you? And if you don't agree on the points, because you must not agree on every point, the points you don't agree on, can you use them for your good instead of not quarreling and quarreling and quarreling? And then, what about your family? Is he willing to meet your people? Is he willing to introduce you to his family? Is he interested in your family? Good. When you find out all of this, you will understand the person you're about to marry. I pray that God will give you the ability to stop a relationship that is wrong, or to straighten out a relationship which is bent, to lay a good foundation for a relationship so that you will have a good marriage. God bless you, young lady. Share this with your friends. Bye-bye.